Good. I didn't do that last time and I've gotten in trouble. All right. Very good. All right, let's just start this, and as people jump in, they can jump in. So I'd like to welcome you all to our first program directors meeting in a little while. I'm sorry that it took a little while, but the fall was quite busy, and so we are back. So good. I'm just trying to don't send me a chat. Just go for it. All right, great. So I have a PowerPoint. I want to touch on a few items. I'm going to go right down the agenda. I did send you all an agenda, and we'll touch on all those items. And if you have questions, please just stop me. At any time. This doesn't have to be just me. If you have questions, please feel free to ask. Okay. So without further ado, let's go right into our PowerPoint. Okay. So I just want to give a quick recap of the World Clinic. I'd like to thank Rose Chalwinski and Lori Klatt and Jihan Minson for the great help they gave. We had a really wonderful lineup of people that everybody that attended felt that they got something, at least one thing out of it. And I think most people got a whole day's worth of information out of that. We had 7 different presenters. We had 4 people give hour-long presentations, and then we had another 3 people give 15 minutes to a half-hour presentations. Those were our sponsors and people that support us, like Captain. So that was, I was very happy. I was really happy with the way the program directors clinic went. And I would like to try to use that format again. We might cut back on the amount of people we have and give people a little bit more time to talk, but it really did seem like the hour was plenty of time for people to make a presentation. Rose, would you want to chime in on that at all?
No, I agree. I think it was good, and I think in the future it'd be good to have more of an opportunity for people to ask more questions.
Yes. Which if we cut one presenter out, then that would give a little bit of lead time on either side that people could ask questions or ask questions at the end. So me being new to this, I wanted to try to make it as big a splash as possible, and I think we did make a big splash. But in looking at it for next year, we're going to try to give a little bit more time so there can be a little more discussion, because the topics were great and people were so excited about them. And then we were given three presentations through the rest of the week. And we had great stuff from Swim Angelfish. Did how to apply their methodology to people's swim teams. We had how to build an adult learn to swim program from William Kolb out in Louisville, Kentucky. And then I made a presentation about our new bridge to team swim program, getting kids making an easier route for people to get onto your swim team. And that is something we're shooting to bring out in March. So I was very happy with the World Clinic. I thought it really went well, and I was really happy with our presenters. I mean, we have some really wonderful people out there who are doing some really great work and willing to share that information with people. Does anybody have anything that they wanted to say or comment or ask about with that? Good, excellent, love that. Let's go on to the next thing. So I just want to touch on this quick. I went to China at the end of September. I went to Shenzhen. A group of folks that have some affiliation with the Chinese Olympic Committee. They're very interested in bringing Swim America techniques into Chinese Chinese training from infants to preschool. So I went over to Shenzhen, China, and I got to say it was quite an experience. China is on to me, it's on a scale that I just was not prepared for it. Just to me, it's like New York City would be a suburb of Shenzhen. It's that big and that spread out. It was really incredible. This middle picture is on my left side there. That is Sandra. Sandra's son, and she's our representative. She kind of led me around and introduced me to people. And then on my right side is Vivian, who was my interpreter for the whole time, and she was just incredible. And working with her was I mean, nobody speaks English, and so I really needed an interpreter. And the bottom picture, this is the group of people that I trained in about 2 days, and it just was it was a nice thing to kind of feel like I was an ambassador for the United States, and sharing that kind of stuff. So that's part of it, and then the next thing. Okay, so that's me in the water. I literally taught 7 different classes while I was there, besides getting in the water to help some of the instructors. And the pool there was incredible, except, and you guys will appreciate this, that there was no deck. There was no deck, like right up the wall. It went right to the glass viewing room, and there was no deck. So I went in and I was like, lifeguards? Like, do you guys have lifeguards going? Like, the instructors are lifeguards. So it really was, it was something we could not get away with in the United States. And then that bottom picture there, everybody talks about the food. So this is one of the delicacies. This is baby pigeon. Okay, so you see that head there? Okay, the head, I thought that was like a garnish, but it's not. So what they do is you grab it by the beak and you open it up and you eat the brains. And I said, I'll do that. And so they have a special spoon that you dip in. And I didn't shy away from anything. Some stuff I wish I would have, but I just, that's the most shocking thing that I could show you. Good. So, but overall, I don't know if I'm going to go back. Possibly in April, I might go back. But it was a great experience, and it's nice to be able to share what we have here in the United States and the appreciation that they had for our program and for the logic that it made compared to what they do there. It really just made me feel like we are so on the right track. So that's where we are at that. Okay, so let's jump to item number 3, number 2. Tina Dessart at USA Swimming is a great friend of Swim America. Her first job was actually working with Karen King back in the 90s. And so she has a special love for Swim America, so she really wants to help us out as much as possible. So she sent along a grant application for youth and adult programs. Some of your programs might fit into those grants. To get a little bit of extra money to support your program, look into that. If you have any questions, I could talk to Tina for you. But it's really a valuable cooperation that we have between USA Swimming and Swim America. Also, I sent along the find a swim location near you that they have on the USA Swimming website, and that's going to cost money by the end of this year. So if you get in now, that will benefit you. Arden, you have a question?
Yeah, so I'm trying to apply for the Mega Splash grant, and I'm having trouble figuring out how to register for the swim provider registration. It's really confusing and I'm not sure that I'm actually doing it correctly.
Okay,
And you
so
can't apply for the grant unless you are an accepted swim provider. Swim lesson provider, or learn to swim. It's learn to swim provider registration. And every time I do it, it sends me back into the circle. And I'm not sure that I'm actually registered.
okay, so if you have troubles, after this call, I will send everybody Tina Dessart's email address, and you can just reach out to her. And if you got troubles, she'll be happy to help you out.
Okay, because I've called some of the phone numbers on the USA Swimming website, and there's nobody to answer.
So
Nobody answers
It
the
is-
phone. Nobody's
it is-
home.
It is a little bumpy, and Tina helped walk me through it, and she was just a gem. So
Okay,
she's a
great.
really great resource. I would, like Bill said, I would start with Tina and see if she can't help work her magic.
right, so
Okay,
what I'm
because
gonna do is,
I've gotten that grant before,
yeah,
but that was, in 2000, probably 18 or 19. And so we're reapplying. Last year we were too late to apply. So, but I don't remember having to go through this whole rigmarole for it, but maybe they have new policies.
well, something, they took over USMS's Adult Learn to Swim, that whole program, the Swimming Saves Lives Foundation. And I think that the addition of that made it a little bit bumpier. So,
Okay.
so I'll reach out to Tina. I'll make sure that it's okay with her that you guys reach out to her personally, and maybe I can even just get you her personal number, and then you can just talk to her. Okay.
Great, thank you.
That's great. Very good. So, USA Swimming is a really, really important partner for us, and it's wonderful that I'm trying to bridge that connection and make it stronger and firmer as time goes on. And and I really would hope that you guys would take advantage of these grants. All right. Does anybody have any other questions about this? If you have any other problems, just give me just email me, and we can try to figure it out. Okay. Next up, last year I went to Napa, and I did the Adult Learn to Swim program, and we had about 7 people in that, and it was great. But we need more people, and I think we need something a little bit more specific to our kids program and how to make our kids program better. So I talked with Karen Downey, who's on this call, and I just want to give a shout out to Karen Downey for all the help that she has given to me and to everybody here. Without Karen Downey, we would not be here. So, Karen, thank you so much. So Karen and I talked about this, and I'm going to go back out to Napa. So for those of you who are on the West Coast, that means like from Oregon down to up to Washington to California, even as far as Idaho and Nevada, and what else is out there? And Arizona. Please consider coming to Napa. It's $40 per person to do the clinic that we're going to have on Friday, all day. And what I would like to do is, and the way this is scheduled, is the first hour is going to be for program directors to discuss program director stuff, and I will be more specific about that, but we will have ways to run your program better from that side of the program. And then after an hour, we're going to invite site supervisors and coaches from those programs into the room. And for the next 4 to 5 hours, we're going to talk about what makes this program great, how we can make it better, and go through the whole state, all 10 stations. And if we have time, we can even go into infants, preschool, or adults. but I think that we could do a deep dive into all the stations and talk about how each program deals with each one of those stations, how we think we can make it better, and even how we can think about the new stroke techniques that Russell Mark is talking about, how to incorporate some of that stuff into the program. My goal really for the next year is to really think about our program, understand how great it is, and continue to make it better as time goes on. So and I'm going to invite you in on that ride in other ways. But Napa is going to be an experimental program, and I'm going to be sending stuff out to all of you by the end of this week, by Friday, and I really, really would love to see a bunch of people out there. I'd love to see you program directors bring your site supervisors, bring your coaches, and we all sit down together and learn from each other, because as we always say, the people that are in the water, they're the ones that are really making, they're making a splash. So sorry, that was a bad joke. Okay, so anybody have any questions on that?
So I just want to I came across my email today that I think tomorrow or the next day is the last day for early registration at the Napa Clinic, and you get a discount for that. So if you want the discount, you got to register soon.
That's right. But if you are just planning on coming down for the one day, for the Friday, if you would do that, I mean, it's like, if you're going to come to Napa, do the whole thing. But even if you come down just for that one program on Friday, it's going to be all day, and for $40, I promise you, it will be very, very worth your while. Okay, promise. Anybody have any other questions? Good. All right. I'll see you all there. Great. Now, one of the things that I would like to get on the website, okay, is testimonials. I mean, all of us are on deck, and every single day somebody says to us, can't believe how great this program is. I can't believe how fast my child is learning how to swim really, really well compared to other programs I have been to. And I would like to start chronicling some of that and getting it on the website, so that when people go to the Swim America website, they can see that those testimonials. So to get a testimonial, you have to get somebody I would like to have somebody's full name and where they're from. I'd love to have somebody's full name and where they're from. Sometimes when you have just Janie D, it just doesn't have an impact. But I would like to have full name and what town do they live in, so you'd have to get their permission to do that. All right. But if you could, let's start sending that in, because I really want to get that. I want to have a testimonial area on the website. All right. Does anybody have any comments on that? Concerns, support, think it's a good idea, think it's not a good idea? What do you think? Good.
I think it's a good idea.
Good. All right, great. So if you can start doing that, I would greatly appreciate it. It will only make our presentation much better. Okay, when people go on the website, they see, oh, look at what all these people are saying. Oh, from California, from Nevada, from Florida, and New York. Okay, good. So we continue on. We're moving along here pretty good. So this is really why I would like to talk to you today, most importantly. And this is something that this is going to be a big project on my plate this year. My goal is to, I think we already have a great program. That doesn't need to be said, but I want to make it 10 times better. I want to make it 100 times better. And the way I'd like to start this is through better training. And I would like all of us to contribute videos that support the skills that we are trying to get from our kids. Okay, so let me just share this other thing. I'm going to try to bring this up. Okay, so this is some of you guys tried to get into that Google Doc, and we'll talk about that in a second. But this is basically what it is. Okay, so I've given a broad outline of the skills that I see, that people have told me about, that, you know, just some ideas. Okay. I would like you to number one, if you would like to add stuff to those specific areas, please do. You know, anybody who asks to be part of this, you're gonna be automatically, and I will give you a share on that. So you will be able to go into that Google Doc, and you will be able to adjust that. I must ask that you put your name, your full name next to that, so that we know who did that, you know, just so we can talk about that if necessary. But and do that within reason. But if you want to add something, I'd like you to add something. If you want to change something, you know, it's that if you feel something's like really out of place, then have at it. Okay. So that's, I would like every item there, I would like to have as a video, and I'd like those available on our website, on the program directors section of our website, so that when you are training your instructors, that you can go there and you can show a video. On that video, there will be a title of what it is. There will be a vocal explanation of what's happening, and there will be at the lower right-hand, left-hand section, there'll be your name and the program that you're involved with, because everybody should get credit for this. Okay? Does that sound good so far? And then if you do this, if you get at least one video to me that we're going to incorporate into this, then you get $50 off for the next World Clinic. Okay, we'll take $50 off the World Clinic price, just as, you know, it's not the whole World Clinic price, but, you know, for a video, just to show that, you know, we value what you guys do. You know, we value how the work that you would put into that. Okay, so so if, you know, the way I'd like to do this is, if you want to do a video, put your name next to that and say, you know, video, Nicolette Long, you're doing it, whatever video you're going to do. And then nobody else will do that video. But it would be best if it was on a good quality iPhone or GoPro. If we could, you know, in the future, I'd like to do some more underwater stuff also. But this is a good start for us, and I want you to keep in mind that these videos are going to go in there and help everybody within this program to improve their training for their coaches. Okay, so that's does anybody have any comments about that? Concerns, interest? What do you think? We're all good? Yes, Adrian.
Sorry, I've just arrived really late, and you may have. Hello, everyone. Hi, greetings from Portugal. I just wonder, does anybody have any issues with recording videos of swimmers, or do they sign a consent form when they go to your clubs and schools? I work at a school, and they're a bit careful, shall we say, on.
So Adrian, let's hold off on that for 1 second. We're just talking about doing videos and putting this on. That's going to be like on a protected area on our website. It's not going to be open to everybody. It's going to be just for program directors and for training purposes. Okay, so my rudimentary understanding of that is that there's a little bit of a difference with getting permission for that. If it's going to be specific for training. Okay, so let's hold off on that for 1 second though. But the rest of you guys, is everybody good with this? Do you think you want to be involved with this project?
Yes.
Good. Okay, good, good. So please go in, if you're interested, go into the Google Docs. Ask that you'd like me to share it. I'll share it with you tonight, and let you get into it and see what you got. Okay, and you know, as time goes on, I would like to expand this out beyond to station 6 through 10, and try to incorporate the drills that Russell Mark is starting to develop into those stations, you know, and start trying to upgrade those in some ways. So there's a lot of stuff that's going on, and I want you guys to be involved as much as possible, and I'd like to try to, you know, give back to you as much as possible also. Not only do you get better training, but, you know, we're trying to give you discounts on the World Clinic. I would love to see like everybody at the World Clinic next fall in Orlando. And it's in Orlando, Texas, in Orlando, Florida. Who doesn't want to go to Orlando? All right, good. So that's really, that was half hour. Pretty good. So do you guys, does anybody, okay, so Adrian, what can you just, do you have specific stuff about do you want like videos? Are you publishing them? What are you doing with those?
I mean, I think it's fantastic and a go-to resource. It's brilliant for onboarding new coaches. My only issue is I've got some parents that will allow things to be used and some that won't. So, I mean, I guess it's just a case of getting some to buy into it. And if they'll be happy enough to use it for training, then I think we'll just have to pick and choose who we use. But I think it's fantastic, a fantastic resource.
Good, that's great. I'm glad to hear that.
Find a workaround anyway, I think.
So, you know, one of the things that we have on our registration form, and I think a lot of people do, is there's a sign that you can sign off on a foot. You can do a photo release right on your registration form. And, you know, usually if it's part of a registration form, parents are more apt to say that they'll do that instead of, you know, if you give them a separate form that they got to deal with. Okay, so if you can incorporate that into your registration, usually that works a little bit better. All right.
I was just part of a full. It's not a swim school per se. It's a swimming program that sits within an actual school. So it's just maybe a little bit trickier to navigate, but I'm sure we will find a way.
Sure. Okay, that's great. That's great. All right, Arden.
Do you have is there like a deadline to submit the videos?
That's a great question. I would like this. I'd like these probably to be done no later than all of them done no later than the end of February. I'd love to see them start coming in so that we could start, you know, putting the pieces in place. I mean, as they come in, I'm just going to put them on the website, you know. So I'd love to see station 1 through 5 complete with videos for everybody to use by the end of February.
Okay. And are you going to be the reviewer, or is there a committee to review?
That too is that is a great question. And yeah, I'm not the end all be all, you know. It's like I would just rather facilitate. So how about as a follow-up email, I can give you guys, I could invite, I would like to have 3 people to review the videos. How would that be?
Okay.
Okay. Just, you know, it would be something, it would be, you'd have to do this kind of quickly, you know, but you know, for the sake of doing this all together, you know, I think 3 voices would be fair. How does that sound for everybody? Good. Okay. Good. Okay. Good.
Sorry, did you say we can add to this as well, or we're just trying to populate these with videos first and then we'll add later?
Okay, so what we're gonna do, Adrian, is I would like to get approved videos that are going to be, there's going to be a voiceover on them that are explaining what's happening. There's going to be a title of what we're looking at. And then an indication of who sent these from what program. And I'd like those to go on the program director's site, part of the website, so that people can utilize these for the training of their coaches, for the additional training of their coaches. And besides that, I would like to upgrade all of our training from our PowerPoint that we use for training our coaches, to the online training for our coaches, and our PowerPoint that we use for the program director and site supervisor. And I'm working on that now, but if there's a committee of people, it's like, it would be great to have a group of people help me out with any of that stuff, So I will send out an invitation if you're interested. And I don't like to ask people for doing stuff without getting stuff. So I can talk to Jennifer Lamont about making sure that it's not out of the goodness of your heart. Although I know it's out of the goodness of your heart. So
School America's been very good to me, so I think it's give and take.
That's great. That's great. And I appreciate you saying that. Good. All right. Does anybody else have anything they'd like to talk about? That's it.
Bill, where is this document? Did you say it's on the Google Drive and you just need to give us access, right? Because
Yes.
I went into it and it not denied me. It just said that I need your permissions. So you're going to do that for us
Today.
Okay.
Just go in and say you'd like access. And I have to press a button.
And that's access to actually download or upload the videos?
No, that's access to this. So
Oh,
sheet
okay.
that's
Yes,
on
yes.
there. Just the list of what the preliminary list that I set up for
Okay.
videos.
Okay.
I'm going to talk to Ariel Hodges, who is our video media guru at Swim America. And once I know who's involved with this, then I will send out what we're looking for in terms of quality of video and what exactly we want. Okay. Is that good? All right. So
Yes.
Ariel will give us the parameters, because I'd like some consistency. It would be great to see different programs, but a consistent, like if you're going to use an iPhone, I would say you want to use something that's, better than an iPhone 6. You need something that's a little bit older, or younger. So
flip phones are not going to work.
Rose, if you use the flip phone, I'd find a way that we could get that in there. So that's good. So that's pretty much an overview of where we're going to go. It's like I'm continuing to do monthly program director and site supervisor trainings. I intend to do a monthly program director meeting now for the coming year. I'm going to post. I've got a year out of the dates for our site supervisor training and program director training. So you'll have that. And we're just trying to nudge the quality of this program up even better. And I think it's getting there as we go. I mean, we started with the World Clinic this year, and the World Clinic definitely was a great value for anybody who went there. And I intend the Napa clinic to be just as good. And the price is very, very right. I mean, you can bring almost your whole staff for the price of what you would pay for a good certification. So for a single certification. So please make the effort to get to Napa, because also we are adding programs more than we have since I've been here. I think people are starting to get excited about Swim America again. and I would like to just keep showing ASCA that swim lessons are the foundation of your team. It's where we are. It's where everything begins. So we need to be part of that equation, and we need to be part of the whole swim team discussion. And besides safety and taking care of our communities. So it's really, really important that ASCA sees, the administration of ASCA, the board of ASCA sees that there is interest and there is excitement. Interest is one thing, excitement is another thing. So I really would like to see as many, even if you come out as a program director by yourself, Napa, it's great. There's, Arden, Arden is right in Sonoma. So anyway, that is, I hope you will consider that. I'm just going to look at the chat quick and see what people are, okay, good. All right. I don't understand that question. So, okay. All right. So that's pretty much, that's all I got. My current pool temp. So I might not be able to make videos before February unless you end up. Okay. So whatever you can do is great. All right. So that being said, if you can help, good. If you can't, you can take advantage. And that's the most important thing. All right. And that's really 45 minutes. I don't want to take up any more than an hour of your time, and I'm giving you a lot back. So that's it. Anybody else, anything else? Good. So listen, I will see you if I don't see you for the holidays. I'd love to offer you and your families a wonderful holiday, and I will be here in December. I'll send out the invitation for that, and if not, we'll see you in January. I'll probably see all of you guys in Napa anyway, so that's great.
I'll be there.
All right. Okay, good. You guys have a great day. Thanks very
Thanks,
much.
Bill.
Will
Okay.
you send out Tina's information?
Yeah, definitely Tina's information for the grant.
Tina's information and the request for a 3-person committee.
Correct.
Thank you.
Thanks, you guys. Have a great day.
You
Thank
too.
you.
Bye now.
Bye.